Okay, good. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Sorry for the delay in timing. We were supposed to start by 8 o'clock p.m., but currently we are close to 8:30. Sorry for that. I had a meeting. That was why it was shifted a little while because of the meeting. So we will just dive into some things we need to do today. Last class we talked about hosting, where we were able to host different kind of uh, 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 projects. So, and I believe anybody that have gone through last class must have known how to host your project on render, on Vassal, and others. So, we will be going into CSS today, which is the third stage. So the main reason why we are rushing to CSS so that we can start building things that are meaningful and kind of wonderful to our eyes. So that is why we'll be jumping to CSS. So let's just go through, let's just flow and see how it is and how it goes. So guys, let's continue. So now we'll be talking about CSS so that we can understand the aspect of CSS. Now, before we go into CSS, let's put in mind that there are different kind of ways to get your CSS up and running. Now, the first one is inline. The second one is uh, uh, internal, and the third one is external. So I'll take my time and explain the three of them. Then, but the most advisable one is the external. Nobody in this present time now is building a project and putting inline or putting internal. Some persons put internal, but it is minimal. The internal will be very minimal, small in size, and it is rare to see inline. But because of learning sake, we are going to go through all of them because of learning sake. If not for learning sake, I will not take that risk in doing an inline or internal kind of CSS. But because of you guys, we will take our time and make sure you guys get the best of this program. So let's dive into that immediately. Once we're able to understand these three aspects of CSS, we will start building projects. We will not waste time, we'll start building projects. If possible, sef, if we're able to finish it before time, we will go into projects. I will start showing you guys some basic key things that you need to know. But let's dive into inline CSS. Now, if I run this code, let me run it. So you can see how it is. There is no styling in this and it is looking awkward. Nobody will put his website like this and tell you to come and look and tell you to go through my website. I have a website. This is my website. How will I be able to even understand what it is in this place? I will not even be able to understand. But with the work of CSS, your work is being worked on. Now we want to take our time and bring out the beauty of this project. So let's start with an inline styling. Let's just do a background color. Let me give a background color. How to write an inline kind of style. So this is the proper way to write an inline kind of style. So I have a style uh for for us that have gone through the previous class, we remember that this is a style attribute. Attributes are always attached to the first tag of the elements. It's always attached to the first tag of the elements. So as many things as are attached on the first tag of the elements, they are called elements. They are called attributes. Sorry, they are called attributes, not elements. They are called attributes. So so this is a style attribute. So every element has a style attribute. Every element. I don't think there is any element that does not have a style attribute. Basically, there might be, but it is not a guarantee that it is there. But I believe there are. I believe there are uh, elements that might not have a style attribute. So let's dive into style attributes. So we are trying to write a background color. Now see how to write an inline style. See it now. So background color, I'll now come into the double quote and write background color. Background color. So this is my background color. Now let me give it a color that let me just give it this brown. I can change the color basically because VS Code has helped us. So you can see the color, you can change it. So I will basically use red. Why is he not staying now? Mhm. So let me save this. Okay. Let me just change the color. Let me just push it down here. So you want to go to our code now. You can see the color has changed. The background color has changed for the body. Because where I put it, the body is the one wrapping everything in this code. Let's collapse it and see. You can see the body is the one wrapping everything. So let's open it. You can see the body is the one wrapping everything in our project. So that's why when I gave it background color, but I would not really give it background color. Let me just take it out so that we can understand. Let me just cut this and come to my nav. This is my nav bar and put it here. So I can see that it's only the nav bar that has it. You can see. So this is background color for us. This is background color. So this is our style. If you want to add on that style, you just put comma, you put semicolon, yeah, and just write another one. You end it there. You end that style there and just like border. Let's use border. I'll be explaining everything. I just want to show you guys the kind of CSS that we have, the kind of type of CSS that we have that is possible for us to write. And put in mind that, let's put in mind that as we are going through the class, we are going to be unveiling so many things. The first period of classes might will not give you everything you want. As you follow through the classes, you get the advantage of getting some things to your that as an advantage. So as we are going through the class step by step, we get the advantage of having basically some key things because this is a project-based kind of lecture. And it's a project-based kind of lecture does not give you everything at the first beginning stage. As you grow, as you go on, you get everything. So I'll be explaining background color, I'll be explaining all that, I'll be explaining anything I use, I will explain it. Anything I use, I will explain it. Anything I use at all, I will explain it for us to see. So, but for now, let's just get this understanding. Okay, let me just come down and start explaining. Background color, what does background color do for us? It gives us a kind of background color, just like our wall. Our wall has a background color, whereby when you see it, you know that this is a background color, this and that. So now our shirt has a background color where this is the color that you can see. So background color now, when you hear anything in background color, once you put background color on your style for any element, it automatically gives the element a background color. Let me see for those following through. If you are following through, please try to indicate that you're following through. Let's just see for those following through, please try to indicate that you're following through. Uh, Try to indicate. Let me get water. Slash, let me get water. So let's continue. Let's continue our class. Please, if you're having any challenges in any of our previous classes, if we're having any challenges in any of our previous classes, please let's do well to chat any of to come to my DM to chat me or basically ask the question that you are passing through on our platform. Very, very important. Please let's do so that the class can be going very well. So now let's go into what we are stating. So you can see immediately I put background color on uh this aspect. Immediately I put background color, you can see that it gives background color. When I put the background color on the body, you can see that you can testify that everything about the this a single page website, this single page website became red. So every time about the single page website became red. So that was what we saw. So now when we come to if we come to our code and basically change this background color and put it anywhere, it would automatically give that a background color. Now let's put in mind that this is a code, we can actually change it to a hash code. Anytime you want to change this kind of code of your color to something meaningful also, you can just come here and click. You can see it has changed. I can still change it. I'll just come here and click. You can see it has changed. If I want to change it again, I'll still come here, click. You can see it has changed. I'll still come here, click. You can see it has changed. I'll still come up here and click just continuously like that, and you'll be getting your stuff change. So, but I don't really want this. I want, okay, let me just change it from here. So I think I prefer this. So anytime you want to change it, you can actually change it at any point in time from what it is to what you want. So that is that for that. So let's go into the next thing. I was saying let's give we have gotten the background color. Let's give this, let's just give it a border of green, a border, 1 pixel solid green. Let me not use 1 pixel. Let me use something that will be visible. Let me use 4 pixel. So you can see the border. So let me take my time now and explain this aspect for us. Let me open W3 School. If you want to still learn more, you can come to W3 School and learn more. So let's go to CSS. So you're just going to basically looking at some kind of things. Let me just run through some styles that will be meaningful to us as we go. So currently we are talking about inline styling, but I just want to still explain border for us. So let's just see how border works. So we have different kind of border. I will not be doing this kind of systematic way of teaching that we must go through these comments, we now go through color, we now go. No, that is a long way of teaching. We will basically use projects. Our main focus is basically using projects to teach you guys. That is our main focus. So that at the point you guys can get the proper understanding of what we are doing. That you guys can be seeing it live and it is working. As you do it, it works. So now let's see. Let's just go to the next one. Let's just go to border. So we have different kind of border. We have dash border, okay? Border styles, different kind of border styles. Let's just see it. So we have dash, we have dots, we have solid, we have and solid is the most used one, is the most widely used one. You can see the one I did now is design your web dev. When you kind of design your products, your product designer gives to you. So your product designer can decide to you to give you a dash kind of uh a dash kind of how will I put it border, a dot kind of border, a double kind of border, a glove kind of border, a ridge kind of border, an inset kind of border, outside kind of border, none or hidden kind of border. Depending on what it gives to you, make sure you work with that. So let's just, since we have talked about background color and wanted to bring to border, I'll be going through them one after the other. And put in mind that I will go through the basic and the most widely used design style that we need. And we are not going to go into things we don't need, because the more you go into things you don't need, you will definitely forget them. But when you go into things that you can't escape using, you must know how, you must use them. Then we will definitely do justice to those ones. So, like I said just now, that we have different kind of border styles. So you can see the border styles I just mentioned now. So now let me show you guys where you're going to be putting the border styles. You can see where this one is solid. I can change this solid. You can see border 4 pixel. We are basically teaching you guys inline styling. This is inline styling. I will still come back and write it as internal styling, and basically we'll stop at external styling, which is the most widely used one. So now let's look at it. We have solid. Now let me change it to dotted. You can see. Let's look at it now. Let's look at it. Let's go to our code and see it. So you can see now, you can see the green border. Let me remove the background color so we will not be confused with that. So you can see the green dotted lines. This is what green dotted lines. Let me change it to dash. Please be putting this in mind. If possible, use your laptop and follow through. We have gotten to a stage where you don't need to use, you don't need to watch. Some people are basically watching and basically when I know this one, I know this one. If you know it, don't know it, make sure you use your laptop. Don't just watch. Use your laptop. Please don't just watch. Make sure you use your laptop. So let's see this. Now I can change it to, what will I use now? I can change it to, I've used dash now. Let me see dash, how dash is. You can see dash. Dash is similar to dot, but they are different. Dash is similar to dot. Let's see another one. We have used solid. Let's use double. Let me change this to double. Let's go back and see. You can see double is now a double line. Let's just see groove. We'll just see all of them basically. Then I will explain the front and the last. So, but those ones are explanatory to us. Those ones are explanatory to us. Let's just go through what we have. So let's just use what we have. So you can see groove. These are groove is just like the double, just like the double. That is how it is. They basically explain the TL. Put in mind, they basically explain everything here. So now let's make this 10. So we see groove very well. So you can see how it is. You can see it's like a 3D. That's what I wanted to show us. Let me increase it again to like 30. It's like a 3D. Groove is like a 3D. You can see it. You can see it. Watch it here. You can see it's like a 3D kind of border. That's what I want to show us. So we have reduced, which is not that it's like it's a 3D, sorry. It's a 3D kind of border. Let me change this to Ridge. Ridge is also a 3D. Ridge is also a 3D kind of border, similar to Groove. Let me also use Inset. Inset is also a 3D kind of border, but it work inside. Inset, that's why I call inset inside. So you can see it is inside, basically inside, working inside. So let me change it to outset. Let's change it to outset and see the difference between inset and outset. You can see almost the same thing, but this one work outside. You can just read it from here. The effect is depending on the color, and you can just read it from here. I will not really give you that. But when we are writing some kind of project, you'll be getting used to most of all these things. Just basically read it from here. That's why I'm opening it for us to see, but it is what we need now. We just want to understand it. Also, hidden is the same thing, none is the same thing. So now all this has are giving us the main thing we need. First one here is what? Border width. The first one here is the border width. The border width, that is the first one there. That's why we call it 30 pixel because it's the border width. We explain how the border width will look like. Now, when I talk about is it width, would I call it width? Uh, width. What will I call it? Is it width that will call it or yeah, it's border width. It's border width. You can see it here. is the border width. So when I mean the border width, is like talking about, it is very, very explanatory. It's talking about from year to year, from year to year. So that is the border width from year to year. So if I reduce it now to 1, you will see that the width of the border will be smaller. Let me reduce it to 1. Let me just leave it as 3 rather than 30. You will now see now. You can see that it's smaller now rather than bigger. Uh, let's just go for 5 minute break. We'll come back by 9 o'clock. We'll come back by 8:59. By 8:59. We might not get to that 8:59. Let's just go for a break and warm up so that we will not really get uh, kind of bored in the class. Go and come back, go and drink water. I like going for breaks so that we can just go and drink water and come back. So see you guys in 8:59. Sorry guys, I basically forgot that I turned off this. Sorry, I just saw your message now on the group chat. Sorry for that. I think we are going to still extend this class. Like I thought I would have been teaching for long. Like I have been teaching without make like after I came back from the break, I did not turn this on. Sorry for that. Thank you guys. So let me just send it on the group chat. Sorry, guys. After I came back from the break, I forgot that I was supposed to turn on the share screen so that you guys can be seeing and it not occur to me. So I will extend the class so we can just go through it again, what I have done. So sorry for that. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. And I just saw this now. Ah, and to be honest with you guys, I've been teaching for long now, like since that actual time I talked about that we're going to come back from the break. I've been teaching down to this time, not knowing that I am not sharing my screen. So sorry for that. Sorry basically for that. We are going to still repeat this class again and again. Sorry for that. So what I will do now, I will just basically explain what I have. Let me see if some persons are still connected. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to shift this class to next class. Sorry for that. Like I was thinking we were kind of flowing through. Like I was thinking I turned on my camera, share screen. So not knowing that it has not been sharing anything. After we went for that break and came back. Sorry for that. I seriously apologize. So if you are still with us, just send a comment. So let me know if it's not really good for us, and I have another meeting exactly at 10 o'clock. That is why I'm just trying to see. We can't actually go back to what I have explained. Though I have actually explained so many things, you can see diagram. I have just been drawing, thinking I was actually sharing my screen, not knowing that after the break, I actually did not share my screen. I have been teaching for long now without even sharing my screen. So what I would do is we'll have to shift this class to Thursday, where we'll still explain what we have again in terms of styling. I actually went through some kind of rigorous style. Like you can see, if I go to my code, you will see something like flex. I've actually done so many things here. You can see like but as well. Thank you guys for that notice. We will definitely shift this class to Thursday, where I will still explain everything to us. Thank you guys, and God bless. Get your questions down. Want to be getting questions. If you know you prefer answering questions with voice notes, just let us know so we can actually find a way of making you ask questions the best way you can. Thank you guys for